kind of going through the West and just looking at the different teams that would
Coast?
fear the Warriors, or that you'd feel confident that the Warriors could or would beat if they play in a playoff series. And the reason we're doing that is because the Warriors doing a lot of talking all of a sudden about momentum. And here's the deal. And we'll play the cut from Steve Kerr from postgame last night, Goo. But my whole thing is we've been here before with the Warriors, where they win a couple, things are changing, they're making their run, and then they haven't been able to truly get on that run. Are you buying it? But let's go ahead and hear what Steve Kerr said after the game and the 3-game winning streak.
It just feels like we're coming together. Feels like there's some chemistry, some energy that's forming. We've been battling all season and without Steph and Wiggs for so much of the season, and guys have done a great job of just keeping our heads above water. I think we can feel the finish line. We know Steph's going to be back before too long. Hopefully Wiggs, hopefully Gary. So we've got reinforcements coming, and in the meantime, these guys are doing a hell of a job. So feels like there's some grit, some toughness, and the guys are really coming together. It's fun to watch.
All right, chemistry, energy, grit. They are 12-12 now without Steph Curry. So 20-18 with them.
Which is surprising to you.
But the 12-12 is really good.
Yeah.
12-12 is...
It's not a total fall off.
If you had said on October 18th when the season started, hey, the Curry's going to miss 24 games and the Warriors are going to be 12-12, I would have thought they'd be 10, 12 games over 500 minimum.
No doubt.
This season.
And that's kudos to everybody and everybody taking advantage of their opportunity. And that doesn't fall under Coach Kerr's comments as coach speak. I really believe he believes what he's saying. And they do have reinforcements. Wiggins, when that situation, is over, Curry, I just have the utmost confidence in this team and the brand of basketball that I beat you over the head with today, JD, because I mean it. I'm watching these teams play, and they don't have the Warriors' identity. They don't have the Splash Brothers. They don't have the junkyard dog, Draymond Green, that controls like a maestro, a great conductor on the offensive end, and then gives you that all that macho-ness that you need on the defensive end, savagery, all that. And now, all of a sudden, I feel like here we go. If things fall right, mainly with the Wiggins thing, because I can't let that go because he's dearly missed. Jay, who wants to see this team? And now we're talking on this day, Wednesday, they may not even be a part of that scam, the scam that is the play-in games.
Are you buying that this is different from the other points this year where the Warriors have been in this position and have dipped back the other way?
I'm buying it in this sense. When you asked me that back then a few months ago, I felt like the Warriors collectively, subconsciously felt like we got tomorrow. Annie, tomorrow, we got tomorrow. Guess what, Jay? I feel like they know they're running out of time and it's go time. So from that vantage point, I think this is different. It's tangible now. They can smell it. And I'm a little stopped up. But, he just mentioned who's coming back, the reinforcement. So all bets are on that this will be the run that they sustain because, Jay, it's the most important because it will be the one leading them into the offs.
20 games to go, 9 at home, 11 away. I think, are you buying that this is different? That the flip side to that, or the devil's advocate to that question, would be the defense is still bad in long stretches. It was bad in the first quarter last night.
You were down 23.
Awful in the first quarter last night. It was awful early against Minnesota.
Yeah.
They were able to get it together, and they're still bad on the road. And they are going to have, after these next two, the breakdown gets dramatic, 11 road and only 7 home after these next two, and they are still 7-23 away from Chase. So those would be the, it looks real, but they're just playing more home games. I know Xfinity Mobile text line, we've had a few people say, guys, they played 3 mediocre teams beat them. But the Warriors themselves, as they're currently constituted, are really no different than any of these other teams. I think we all would agree, or at least hope, that they're better than all these teams when they're fully healthy. Reality is they haven't been when they've been fully healthy.
And they're currently not now.
And they're currently not now, but they're able to get on a run. So 888-957-9570, are you buying that this is different? And also, do you think teams want to face the Warriors because they're more vulnerable now than they've been in the past, or does the pedigree, the momentum, the chemistry, the energy, does that still strike fear, I guess, into the hearts of a Denver, a Phoenix, a Memphis, some of these other teams?
Oh, no.
Are they thinking, nah, these guys are washed, we want them, bring
See,
it?
that would be full. That would be a full. You would be thinking like a fool if you're thinking when this Warrior team is whole, JD, that you want some of this. This is championship blood. This is the deer and antler spray. This is all the stuff that the Warriors have built and earned. So it's all coming together. It will be just like almost last year when, they treated the regular season like it was Game 7. But, I mean, who is Denver? And what? No shade at Jokic. You may be on the trek to get your third straight MVP. Memphis. I mean, what have these teams done for them to be able to point the finger and say, we want the Warriors problem? We want to smoke that Warriors pack. So, Jay, hell no. And we saw Phoenix without Kevin Durant just last year embarrassed themselves on national TV with the Game 7 at home against Luka and Brunson. So I don't think any of those teams, none of them should have the gall to be like, we want the Warriors.